San Francisco, Sayo Saipov, the 29-year-old suspect in Tuesday's deadly New York truck attack, earned money the way many gig economy workers do. He drove for Uber, but the fact that Saipov raised no flags for the ride-hailing company when it conducted its standard background check shows just how difficult it is to screen for potentially criminal behavior if there is no track record. Investigators worked around the wreckage of a Home Depot pickup truck a day after it was used in a terror attack in New York on November 1, 2017. Saipov drove more than 1,400 trips for Uber in the past 6 months. Authorities continue to investigate the suspect, who came from Uzbekistan in 2010 and settled in Paterson, New Jersey to date. His biggest offense seems to be from 2015, when he was cited by police for towing a trailer that was too long. Other perpetrators of mass killings in the U.S. had similarly flown under the radar. The recent deadly rampage in Las Vegas was perpetrated by Stephen Paddock, who despite amassing a huge arsenal of weapons had no previous criminal history that might have helped authorities prevent the crime. In 2016, Kalamazoo, Mich. Uber driver Jason Brian Dalton was picking up fares just before going on a shooting rampage that left 6 dead. He even started looking for fares after the killings. Dalton had passed Uber's background check, and had no criminal background. This undated photo provided by St. Charles County Department of Corrections via KMOV shows the Sayo Saipov, a man in a rented pickup truck, mowed down pedestrians and cyclists along a busy bike path near the World Trade Center Memorial on Tuesday, October 31, 2017, killing several. The company's response to that incident was the same as its statement after Saipov rammed his rented truck into bicyclists, killing 8. An Uber representative said the company was horrified at the senseless act of violence as was cooperating with federal officials. "We are aggressively and quickly reviewing this partner's history with Uber, and at this time we have not identified any related concerning safety reports," the statement said. Uber said Saipov had been banned from the Uber app. More NYC terror attack. What we know now about the truck attack in Manhattan. More New York tightens security after truck attack out of caution, not over concern of more attacks. More NYC terror attack. Sayo Saipov was here on diversity visa, Trump says. What is that? To check whether drivers can serve as contract workers for the tech startup. Uber says it requires all applicants to provide their name, date of birth, social security number, driver's license number, a copy of his or her driver's license, vehicle registration, vehicle insurance, and a valid bank account. To run the screenings, we work with Checker, a third-party background check provider accredited by the National Association of Professional Background Screeners, the document says. Checker runs a social security trace to identify addresses associated with the potential driver, and then checks the potential driver's driving and criminal history in a series of national, state and local databases. A bicycle at the crime scene where a motorist earlier drove onto the path, striking and killing several people on October 31, 2017, in New York. These include the U.S. Department of Justice National Sex Offender Public Website, the PACER database, and several databases used to flag suspected terrorists, it reads. Ride-hailing companies that specialize in transporting minors typically have more rigorous screen procedures that include fingerprinting. But this approach is more costly and time-consuming, and many of these ventures, including pioneering Shuttle, have closed. Uber does not require fingerprinting of its drivers. When asked why, an Uber representative provided a document that listed a number of reasons why the company believes fingerprinting has gaps that reduce their efficiency. Taxi companies also screen their drivers, and have the added advantage of ing over the drivers as employees. Uber drivers are not employees but contractors, which has been an ongoing bone of contention for some drivers and labor activists. Follow USA Today tech reporter Marco Della Cava on Twitter. Copyright 2017 usatoday.com.